easy picks to win games, Weibo in specific as well. And so if you're going to pull something out, do it now. Do something that's going to, guarantee you a cheese win if you need to. But we're already seeing some changes in the ban pile as Weibo do ban away the Azir here, but it still will be the likely other suspects. Jax actually banned away towards Xiaoxu just in case. His Jax is nasty.
I assume the Azir ban is because HongQ played... Xiaohu played Yona into the Azir against AL, so that's a way. Maybe worried that HongQ would have a comfortable champion that he hasn't found success on this year yet, but a comfortable champion that Xiaohu maybe wouldn't have an answer to. And Bessa's up, but after that, I mean, Wukong, I think you have to find some priority in jungle, and it will be Bessa. This is a flex, top or jungle, but it's a good start.
I really like the flexibility there too. It gives them a lot to cook with moving forward. We see the Ashe is at the Seraphine. It should be what a lethal bot lane do, and you, like, in a lot of cases, can't do anything against this bot lane. At some point in the game, an Encore is going to hit, an Enchanted Crystal Arrow is going to hit, and the other parts of the team for JDG are going to pounce. And that is the question to be scared of for Weibo, is what are those other pieces going to be looking like? Weibo need to find some stability here.
Ugh. So, Ezreal Karma, something you can play into Seraphine Ashe, that's banned. Corki Nami isn't bad. We've been seeing a little bit the Zeri Yuumi, and the reason that works is because you can all in at level 6 and kind of break the hold that Seraphine has on that bot lane. It's a very, very strong level 6. Corki Nami isn't terrible. The Nami will help a lot, but Corki's so low ranged in the early game, the early game is going to be really hard because of the low range. Hopefully Erha on this Nami can help that out, but there's the Wukong. The team fighting draft continues for JDG. Ashe, Seraphine, Wukong.
There's a little bit of damage profile to them as well, because I gotta say, Wukong's no slouch in the damage department.
Oh yeah.
Especially in those skirmishes. See if it's going to be the Bessa he goes into, or if it's going to be Jiejie waiting for another pick, a crucial pick here. We have to see what they're willing to go with here in the bans of the second phase, because Xiaohu has already been targeted. His LeBlanc is not used now as it's banned by JDG, and they need to figure out what their focus is going to be in the second phase.
Top lane is completely fine. I still have, on... Obviously, Bessa is here. This is a flex, but, there's Cassante up. Gwen is up. There is options, but the mid lane pool is getting really pinched here. Where are we going? Syndra, Victor, Zoe, those are still champions that are available. I don't mind the Zoe for HongQ. Something he's gone to in the past. More control, a lot of CC. It would mean that the Corki has an even harder time. I think that...
It's a good call.
Is a flex too. I think the JDG have done a really good job of shutting down Elk in this series so far.
Yeah, and this is a shutdown bot lane for JDG yet again. So I think that's the difficulty here. There's some good peel back from the Nami and some good setup tools there. Good follow damage once Corki gets a couple items. But looking at this second phase, the final ban here for Weibo, potentially their final ban of this season. It's going to be the TF towards HongQ. So all the mid laners, you're being banned away, whittled down.
Okay, so there's still options. Like the Zoe, Syndra, and the Victor are all still available. I think that we're most likely going to see one of those three, unless we're getting real spicy. It could be Anivia, obviously. I kind of forgot about that. But it's going to be the Yorick. So this is semi-blind. Again, Bessa is a flex. It's probably likely to go into the top lane, but I'm not sure how that matchup goes for Bessa. It might be really, really tough. So Jiejie would take the Bessa.
That was picked whenever she first came out. I know they were trying to go for the double minion comp with the Annie. So luckily that Weibo burned that away. But the Pantheon Ahri, a lethal duo here for Jiejie and Xiaohu.
I was gonna say Silas, but one of these kind of kill lane mid lanes here feels nice. You've got mobility in the backline from Weibo, but if you're able to kill this Corki. Again, JDG have been doing a good job of shutting Elk down. There is another global. I was kind of hoping that Weibo would ban the Pantheon, like I said earlier, but it'll be the Mel. Mel's gone under some really dramatic changes. Yeah. The reflex specifically in the interactions. I don't think it's that different. I don't think you can reflect Nami Wave anymore. but the rest of it should be able to be reflected. You know, Ari Charm, not the Spear actually. So I'm not really convinced by this Mel pick. I think that a Silas or an Akali would have been a little bit better, but it does have a ton of range. It does a lot of damage. So JDG trying to keep at arm's length.
The amount of lockdown they have as well between the Mel, the Seraphine, and the Ashe, it's going to be so hard to deal with this comp once they group up together. And that's been the common thread, the theme for JDG in their drafts is things that work as a 5 squad. They've realized they are stronger together. We got to break down this Weibo side. Is it enough here, Jbetto? Is it enough to keep them alive?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know how confident I am necessarily in this JDG draft because of the Yorick. I think the Yorick really... If you're team fighting with Yorick, it's a little bit awkward. I actually love this Weibo draft, I have to say. The globals haven't looked great, but Pantheon is really strong. Pantheon RA is a great combo. They also have a lot of lockdown, right? A lot of CC chain. You've got good damage with Corki. The team fight with Nami is nice. So I think that Weibo, this might be, you know, the best draft that we've seen for the style they need to play in this series.
Gotta remember, a trend is a trend for a reason. JDG have gone to 5 games in every single one of their series here in the playoffs. Can Weibo wake up and find themselves a series here? One last gasp between JDG and Weibo.
He was ready. The camera was already panned over to him. He gives the thumbs up. I like it.
All right, well,
having a
let's
bit of a
get
laugh.
into it now. Yeah, hey, gotta have the spirits up. Especially, I love that the Weibo side is still cheering so loudly. But for the first time in this series, we will get the same side pathing from both junglers. Both going to be heading down towards bot lane unless they want to do anything finicky.
And not a ward on the Raptors specifically. There is, you know, pathing wars to see if any crosses happen for any invades, but neither team should know which side junglers started on. We will obviously find out pretty quickly. And with Pantheon Wukong, I think Pantheon has some decent gank potential early game, but I don't think it's happening in top lane. Mel is very range as healers used in bot, so I think we're probably waiting for Pantheon level 6 or at least this bot lane Scuttle Crab for maybe a 5, but the bot push again, JDG in favor.
And I'll just set some tone right now. I love Pantheon. Pantheon is great. You do need to get an advantage. You want to be in a place where you make people that run into you fearful of being able to be one-shot 100 to 0, especially with the combination of the Ari. So it's on Jiejie's shoulders now, a guy who has been so impeccably good for the tempo and momentum of Weibo Gaming to step up now. And we'll see them come to the culmination of their first clears here. But the bot lane is still getting spicy. Elk getting hit hard early into the game, under 200 health.
That is really fun. Really nice way to start out this bot lane.
Love Ashe Seraphine, right?
Yeah. Was it T1? Oh, nice damage in mid. There's no mana left, though. He still has the flash.
He got the flash out of him. Huge aura from HongQ.
I guess we can't see the execute threshold, but I think Xiaohu can. So he must have been close. Maybe Riot, if you could add that, that would be really nice for any casting, for spectators. But that must have been, because HongQ didn't have enough mana to like do a full combo. Hold on.
See a fight kick off though. Vampire has moved first. Erha behind him. Xiaohu is going to be moving. Jiejie moving away from this engage with his flash. Now JunJia and Vampire stuck in the pit, but they're going to have moves coming potentially. They are really just sticking this one in here. Look how hesitant Waybo is to really do anything. They've got two people in the pit. They walk away and they lose the Scuttle Crab.
HongQ based, by the way. HongQ based and TP to mid lane tower. And 3v2, Weibo say, you know what?
If that's not a statement of the series, I don't know what is. They are terrified of this JDG team. They are scared down to their boots.
That is... I feel like you can't let that happen. He's going to get double scuttled. Like we were talking about Pantheon wanting to get an advantage. Okay, flashes away from the root from Vampire. That is a Seraphine. We probably can kill her, at least do something. The charm misses. And then that's it. Waybo say,
He's forced
I didn't want it
flashes
anyway.
out of the back of the pit.
I agree. You could probably force a little bit more. And the top lane's pushing in favor of Xiaohu, building up a little bit of a CS. Weibo again. That is not a good omen for this third game.
HongQ finding a little bit of an advantage in mid lane. Xiaohu has to take a back here. Doesn't have TP to get back, so this wave's going to push in as well. I think Erha is going to come try to support it. But JDG just seemed to have Weibo's number here. And I want to take a little bit of this time to talk about the last time this JDG team has been relevant, at least. When we're looking at the last time these teams have made it to finals, it had been a dastardly year for JDG last year. The project did not work out, but looking at how long it's been since the team had been in finals, since that spring almost gold road, or at least the 2023 almost gold road seasons, it's crazy to see them one step away from being back there with this new project.
I mean, Weibo were in finals that year. I think a lot of people didn't expect. I think it was they upset BLG, right? It was a 5-game series against BLG in 2023 that they ended up winning. Obviously, the team is very different. Xiaohu, the only remaining member, I believe, from that team. But a lot of people kind of think that, or take that as the T1 JDG series was the finals of that Worlds. And one of the most historic moments in League happened in that series with the shuffle catching Ruler. But let's roam down here onto bot lane. But JunJia's here.
Rent free in my head, bro. As we're going to see Weibo trying to find some rent somewhere on the map. They will find Vampire first. It's going to be a nice reset for Xiaohu. It's going to be Gala getting away, but gets charmed in the end anyways. Flashed on by Jiejie, and that's Weibo finally finding some teeth in this series.
3 for 3, baby. Gala and bot loses flash and dies. Now, look. Who wrote the script? Was it you, Mazel? Was it Alk? I have to have some words because this is getting predictable, okay? What? And now JDG are going to stomp the whole rest of the game. Like, we got to be a little bit more creative with our starts of these games.
Come on. I thought you were a JDG fan, man. You're going back on them just like that?
I am a JDG fan. I think this team is very fun, but I'm a League fan above all. I see, I love good League. I don't mind a 3-0. But, like, it's got to be competitive, especially in a lower finals. You know, this is akin to a semis.
There's no way. The LPL does not deserve a 3-0. Oh, my God.
Okay.
HongQ with the solo bolo.
This kid is ridiculous.
He's insane.
He's so good. He just walks up and solo kills Xiaohu.
20 CS, by the way.
Yeah. He also, like, there's no intervention from anyone. Like, he got the flash himself earlier, and then still came back and solo killed him on his own.
Just writing down my statements that I'm going to say after this series is over. I will not doubt HongQ's melt. I will not doubt HongQ's melt. I will not doubt. we'll just burn that into our brain here because he's making the difference. Off the Yone pick into Talia, and now the Mel that we were questioning into Xiaohu. What an incredible moment for HongQ. What an incredible moment for JDG. And what an opening split in the LPL. One of the greatest leagues on the planet for HongQ.
I'm writing down things here for the desk tomorrow night. Like, look at mid lane. HongQ solo killed Xiaohu. He's looking ridiculous. I think... Dude. I mean, we had a bit of a conversation, or some conversations on the team about HongQ, this being like a really important year for him. You know, he's come over from the LCP. Obviously, last year was a really important year for HongQ as well. It kind of gave him his big name. Zika in the cage. Is he just dead?
And the minions are going to chase him down. If he has one more activation, we'll be a little bit closer to it. Xiaoxu playing with it. We'll lose the maiden in the end.
You gotta be careful of, like, if he gets too low, Q flash from Xiaoxu will kill Zika. And Xiaoxu is full health, so he could probably live.
He wants it. He wants it so bad.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh my God! Xiaoxu! Oh my God! Welcome the king of the top lane.
I think JDG are ready for finals. They seem to be booking their ticket to first stand.
So.
I think they're ready, Mazel. Dragon is up.
I'd say It's looking real damn good as an attempted combo from Waybo is going to try to find HongQ. The tidal wave came across. Ooh. They did end up finding the kill for Elk, so that's going to be big. Waybo do find a pick back.
Okay, so that looks really silly from our POV because we have vision, but obviously JDG can't see the wave. HongQ didn't see Nami ult until it was already on top of him, essentially, and he had moved forward. Nice little bait there from JunJia. Okay, I mean, we've been unhappy about the global so far from Weibo, but the Grand Starfall of Jiejie will allow Weibo to get, what is this, their third? No, I think it's their fourth neutral objective of this series.
At least it's something. But it is going to be a nice stacking for them to keep tabs on. And that's something we talked about so much. I know you were talking about it just a little bit ago about the Dragons being a major focus, at least in the competitive sphere right now. JunJia will be taking these grubs. Should be able to get all three. Don't think there's going to be a contest there, but maybe for the last one by Jiejie. He is up that way. But now that we're getting to this point, I mean, we have ultimates for everyone. We have a lot of those setup tools for both sides. Are we still looking at... Okay. Jiejie just flashed. He had to get out of there, I guess. And I think Jiejie is seeing ghosts right now. But is there a point of promise here for Waybo as we crest into first items?
Let me just... Hold on. I just need to soak in the flash.
I got flashbanged. I couldn't see. I
just need to... Alright, I'm feeling... Because the mentals for Weibo aren't looking too hot. I think 1 and 2 item spikes for this team is really strong. Like, Weibo still have a good draft. They're not down. Like, they are not down. They're down 300 gold. Most of it's in top lane. They have a dragon. It's fine. The thing is it's like mentally, how are Weibo doing? Are they feeling really stressed? Do they feel the pressure of this series? Because they are one game away from being out, not making it to finals in a very, very one-sided, you know, lower bracket finals. They won't make it to first stand, which would be... It's obviously disappointing for a team. Like, when you've come this far, this is... Oh, nice cancel. It won't end up being a kill, but... Yeah, how is the mental doing for Weibo?
It's got to be in a tough position, especially when they've had some very miraculous and well-seeded games in the playoffs themselves, especially Elk. I know, you know, getting to those finals and facing off against BLG would be an incredible thing to end the year, or at least end the split at the start of the year off of. But he's got to weigh down JDG at this point in some way, shape, or form on this core key. Once items start coming along, right now there's still that little bit of advantage for JDG, and no objectives coming up for a little while. So they'll have some scaling opportunities, at least some time to gather some funds to get to these next items.
The Pantheon against the Ashe is really frustrating. Jiejie has his ult back again, and, you know, he did find value on the first one. That's good. Oh, hang on. This is an ult up top as well.
Xiaoxu with a 2-level advantage over Zika, though. He's got to be really careful. Jiejie is here to back him up, and so is Xiaohu. The side lane play has come alive for Weibo.
Hey, that's 2 for 2. 2 ults, 2 kills. Nice. All right.
Let's go.
It's working. I was going to say that it's really tough into the Ashe. That's a massive mistake from Xiaoxu. You see where the Pantheon is. Okay, maybe you're like, oh, he's going to clear down bot side. I'm safe. But he's up top. Mid is missing. You're going to be ganked. The wave, not in the best spot. I know that Xiaoxu doesn't just want to give the wave away on Yorick, sure, but still.
Side steps there from Gala. Yeah, you got to be ready. We're getting some tussling going on in the 2v2 down here. Vampire looking for a potential angle. HongQ still setting up in the mid lane with JunJia and trying to get this charm play. Nice flash from JunJia over the charm, and Xiaohu just dies out-handsed by JunJia.
Really good play from JDG. I think Xiaohu has had a bit of a stinker series so far. I've been speaking about it a lot. His game 1 and his game 2 were not great, and it continues to not be good in this game 3. The roam up to top is good, but he's caught out in mid. Really nice aggressive play from JDG. This timer on the Weibo team, where every time Pantheon ult comes up, they're happy. And every time it's down, they feel really miserable. And that's kind of what happens there. Ahri ult is down. Pantheon ult is down. JDG have the priority to make players on the map. And Xiaohu ends up falling.
Tough place to be in for one of the GOATs. Will say, though, Elk was playing on a knife's edge down there. He had no support, nobody even near him, and he was stepping up in a 2v1 because Gala and Vampire didn't know where the support was going to be. So nice little stuff in the 2v2 and Bonsai going down for Elk. He's feeling confident. That's going to be something to build off of for Waybo. And now we're going to see all quests completed. Potentially, oh, he doesn't get it. Xiaohu doesn't get his ahead of this dragon in 15 seconds. Wait, Elk is backing too.
He is. Gala is backing as well. So both AD carries need to reset. I assume they both have boots. No, yeah, both have this tank boots completed, but Pantheon ult is available. He is around the dragon as well. Q smite from Pantheon is very scary, so maybe Weibo can find some dragon stacking. That will be a good start to this third game. They need to find an angle in, and they do have priority around the dragon.
JunJia is just feeling himself. He uses the clone to get the charm. He has been all over the place, and now it's going to be a smite fight. The brotherly love between these two junglers is not even going to be there. It's the encore through, and it will be Jiejie that gets the smite fight down. Vampire will have to flash, and HongQ as well. Jiejie now the focus. Now JunJia needs to be careful. They've got Elk on the side doing so much work. He gets locked down. Brand Starfall comes in, and the damage from Waybo is starting to stick. They find 2 kills for Jiejie, who has stepped it up and knocked it out of the park.
All right, some life for Weibo. They get the Drake. The team fight is nice. I will say, hold on.
Oh my god, Elk is feeling himself. Just a little bit too much there.
Double
He's
kill.
going to try to kill JunJia, but that's going to be gold. Right back to JDG.
I feel like that's fine. Like, Elk, a massive goal lead. The biggest we've seen from a Weibo member so far. Again, he's been getting shut down a lot in these team fights, but this game feels like JDG haven't quite been able to keep him down. So I was wrong. I guess this is not the Mel change patch. My mistake, because the wave got reflected. I'm fairly sure you shouldn't be able to do this if it's new Mel. But the dragon is secured by Pantheon. JunJia goes forward and can't find anything. The shotgun is done. There's no more follow-up. And then the Pantheon ult rains down. Elk is unchecked, does tons of damage on the side. Double kill for Jiejie. This is the first time we've seen Weibo have genuine agency in the series.
And it's on the back of Jiejie getting stuff done. And that has been a huge story for Weibo all season long. It has been Jiejie being the one to try to step up for this team. Now on the Pantheon, he's getting all the resources he needs to continue snowballing this. As we did end up seeing the Rift Herald go the way of JDG in the end. It'll be topside objectives fully controlled by JDG.
For Weibo, I think... Oh, what are we looking back here? What do we miss?
He just
this is an
100 to 0
insta-kill.
him. Oh
yeah,
my
wow.
god.
That's insane. Okay, that doesn't feel great, but HongQ does a lot of damage. So a quick reality check, I guess, for Weibo. Like, oh, we're really happy. We got 2 Drakes. We got some gold on Elk. Oh, guys, I got 100 to 0 from out of my screen
This
by Mel.
champion, man.
That doesn't feel fun.
Let's see if that's going to matter in the grand scheme of things, but this is such a better position for Weibo to be in. It feels like a more confident position. I'm watching Elk just play at the edge of his seat the entire time. He literally stepped up as an ADC into like a 1v4 where his team was completely on the other side of the fight and still willing to step into those moments. And if Weibo are going to rise above this and try to get this series to at least 4 games, they've got to do it now.
They do have the tools to do so. A much better team fighting orientated draft. They do have the side lane access with the Pantheon. But being able to team fight around these dragons, something that JDG have been so good at doing, bringing JDG to their own game, a little bit of a taste of their own medicine, I guess you could say. It's another Chemtech Soul this game, which, I mean, with a Seraphine and the Nami feels really, really good. There's a lot of shielding and healing. It's not the most exciting Soul. I know that people aren't most excited about it. I thought that was an arrow, but it was not. I'm surprised no Mikhails for Erha.
Yeah, that's interesting, actually. Maybe it'll come
has
back
cleanse,
to bite him. Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was down. So I guess the arrow was down. You know what? Forget what I said, all right?
Okay, we'll rewind. All right, they all in, coming in onto Xiaoxu from Zika. He's waiting for the TP to come in. That's going to be Xiaohu joining. He's getting chunked by the Maiden right now. Xiaoxu going to try to make some distance here, but here comes the Grand Starfall from Jiejie as well. And I feel like we've been here before. It's looking like a little bit of deja vu. And Xiaoxu will go down to Xiaohu.
Well, again, Weibo, you guys didn't really know what to do with the global ults in games 1 and 2, but Xiaohu has TP this time. He did select that summon a spell in, and Jiejie has pressed R onto the enemy in a side lane and is getting kills. It's not really resulting in gold for anyone, like a gold lead, but it means that they're being proactive, that JDG can't just do anything they want, because the side lane for Xiaoxu was becoming a very big deal. You know, the matchup for Ambessa does not look very fun right now. Weibo find a timer, you know, before Dragon, we get a pick, force out, you know, Xiaoxu. He won't lose Flash, but heroic in teamfights is not that great. Nice active play from Weibo. The Dragon spawning. Summoner spells for everybody up HongQ's and Xiaohu's. Looks like they're just about to come up. Should have them for the fight.
Soul point would be huge. Decision-making prio for Weibo. Finally, JDG going to circle the wagons, try to bring everybody here, except for Xiaoxu in the side lane. Chance Crystal Arrow already used. Flash out of Erha.
JDG, again, don't necessarily have a great position around this Dragon for once in this series. This game is feeling a lot more Weibo focused. In the last 11 games, the team that got Soul Point won the game, Mazel. But JDG do have great team fighting tools. Zika on a flank.
A Rift Herald play from JunJia while Xiaoxu comes up. The Blast Cone was used. Let's see if JunJia, okay, he doesn't choose to pull the Rift Herald just now. Flash play from Xiaoxu. Xiaohu goes in, onto HongQ. Gets out after the Spirit Rush. Here comes the Rift Herald charge, trying to get the knock up, the Encore onto Xiaohu. Xiaohu gets double lockdown and dies. He's the one that picked the fight, and he's the one that dies.
JDG back on the Dragon, Mazel. I don't think this is over yet.
HongQ getting very low. Elk goes for the play, tries to get the rebuttal out, but dies instantaneously. Now Zika is weaving through these fights, but some of the health bars from JDG are starting to stick. It's going to be Gala stepping up to the plate now. He's getting bursted by the Foss Bomb, and Elk is doing so much work here. They're going to move in. The Dragon is secured by JunJia. He's going to try to get out with the clone. Zika looking for an angle. Elk wanting to be the guy, wanting to step up once again. Time is now as Grand Starfall comes in. Oh no, he gets locked down. It's going to be the double lockdown. JunJia tries to go through onto Zika. Zika down 2, and now TP from Xiaoxu. They're going to get surrounded.
This is not good for Weibo. They're getting chased out. They lost the Dragon as well.
What can you do, Elk? What can you do? It's going to be everything from JDG being used. He's doing a really good job of kiting, but it's going to be the Seraphine and Ashe that make the difference. JDG completely batter Weibo, taking away any hope of a lead, and now a 1.5 thousand gold lead for Jindong.
Little face check here. Xiaohu does have his ult, so he should be able to get away. He doesn't even need to use it, it
slowed
seems.
Down. Approach velocity is a crazy drug here.
There it is.
Does have to burn the ult.
We're just doing Baron. I mean, JunJia is not even alive. Just a little bit of a damage check, in fact. So, JDG get the Dragon. They get Xiaohu, who didn't have Flash. He just used it in the fight. But Waybo looked really good. So Xiaohu has ult. I want to see, where was the last charge? Because I thought he had ult when he died. So there's one. Flashes in aggressively for the E-Flash. Thank you, Huya. And there's the last charge. So he doesn't actually have anything. And then really nice engage, the follow-up from the ult here. But then Weibo find a really good way back into this fight. Okay, JDG do get the Drake, but Elk steps up massively, does so much. I mean, he one-shots HongQ over here on the side. Look at this. Boom. RQ kills him. And I'm thinking, okay, Elk is going to take over this fight. HongQ's down. That's a massive range and CC advantage gone for JDG. Elk is, dashing over the wall. But Jiejie is 1 HP. Elk, I guess, is screaming, no, we go. And oh boy, do they go.
Missed the Foss Bomb, missed the Rocket Barrage, and Jiejie falters to his death. Really good positioning there from Vampire, and heads up TP play. Now we're looking back into live, and we are still contesting this bot side.
Yeah, the game has been a lot about bot side, about push, about the Dragon, about the visions, control around the objectives down here. I mean, we saw like a 20-minute Baron in Game 2, but in Game 1, it was very late. I don't think we saw Baron until after Elder, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think there was a single Baron taken in that Game 1 until after Elder was taken by JDG. But Weibo are in the best position they have been. Okay, the Dragon Soul point is denied, but they still have, you know, the Dragon stacking advantage. This Corki is very strong. It is... Well, actually, it might be Serpent's Fang. I was going to say it might be Collector Third, which I know no one's a fan of, but it could be Serpent's Fang against this comp against the Seraphine. Would be really nice. JunJia
biting off a little bit more than he can chew. He's going to go rubbing up right into Elk, which is a bit of a problem. There's the public execution used straight onto HongQ. HongQ's already out of the fight. JDG overextending themselves and now paying the ultimate price for it. They had a lead, but it will be dashed here with Weibo's quick tempo play, and it's JDG that got their hand stuck in the cookie jar.
Yeah, so that's the JDG and the JunJia that we have remembered from Split 1. Invading wolves when there's no dragon up. I don't understand. Maybe it's a vision play, but you have good vision, right? You don't need to go that far and commit for the ult. That was way too aggressive, and now JDG will lose the Baron as well.
I knew we couldn't just have a 3-gamer here in the lower bracket finals. There's a ticket to first stand on the line. It's got to be more than 3 games, and Weibo looking to make that so here. The Elder it's still going to be a while off, but it's the Baron right now that they're trying to focus on. Enchanted Crystal Arrow did come through on Elk, but it won't be much value, and that Baron's just going to go down. JunJia can't even get into the pit. He's going to try to walk back around. It's slow. Jiejie waiting for it. And will just end up going down to Xiaohu, of all people. He's able to secure that one, and 5 Baron buffs, aplenty for Weibo.
A little scary for Weibo, but JunJia is denied access to the Baron, and Weibo take what feels like their first real good position in this series. I think at this minute mark, this is the only game they've had a gold lead in this series as well. 14 seconds on this dragon. JDG will have tempo set up around the dragon itself. A lot of summoner spells available, Mazel, but the Baron, Elk just going forwards?
Elk is just playing so aggressive right now. It does have to use the Valkyrie, but that'll be coming up here soon. Xiaoxu has joined. It's going to be the Dragon started. Zika waiting for an entrance. All 5 members of JDG grouped up, but is that enough for them? They're going to leave JunJia in the pit. HongQ doing good damage, waiting for the encore to come through. It's going to be the smite away. No, but it's actually gotten by Gala. So this will be second Dragon for JDG. Now they're looking for an exit. Xiaohu goes for the flash play. There's the encore onto multiple members. And the Starfall went on the complete opposite side of the fight. Jiejie just threw the game for Weibo, and that's JDG taking a massive advantage.
How much can they get from this? I mean, the Baron on Jiejie, he'll be able to base, but the team fighting from this team, Mazel, is unbelievable.
It's impeccable. This is the kind of team that represents that respect to the LPL. This is the type of team that has made a splash in the LPL so far this year. It is a project that maybe people doubted at the beginning of the year, but look at the doubt and look what it has wrought. JDG have found themselves in this first LPL split, and they're looking to represent that on the international stage.
JDG are ready to book their ticket to Brazil and a finals rematch. Can Weibo stop them?
No way. JunJia versus Jiejie, all the hearts. The Gala versus Xiaohu matchup. It's JDG that find their revenge on Weibo and book their ticket to finals and first stand.
And that's it. Like that, it's done. JDG win one team fight and the game is over. We're talking about Weibo in a great position. And if you can give the dragon there, but Weibo take the fight. JDG are just better in these team fights. And they're ready. After a quick 3-0, BLG awaits them in the finals.
A rematch that we would all want. HongQ.
Oh.
Yes, let's go. HongQ versus Knight. The greatest to ever do it in the LPL versus the hottest thing on the market here this year. And last, it's going to be an incredible matchup. It feels so incredibly bad for Weibo they did not show up in this series. But for the first time in a long time, it feels like JDG are a consistent threat. It's been since 2023 since they made it to a finals domestically. and they find that precipice once again.
The fact that I assume that's Weibo's crystal, that JDG get to take it off them and put it on the trophy themselves. Ooh, that's tough. Congratulations to Weibo making it this far, but yeah, I think that from how they looked against AL, this is a monumental step down.
Jiejie looks defeated.
Yeah, I mean, that was not an amazing series from Weibo, especially losing in Game 3 like that. JDG, again, they didn't have to show anything. Nothing is different that we've seen. No crazy new picks. They get to, take what I assume was practice yesterday on their, and the day before on their off days, play a quick 3-0 here, and then look to take a rematch against a waiting and powered up BLG tomorrow night.